Welcome to Smart Conserver.
Have you ever watched one of those movies where everything in the garden appears perfect? That green grass, nicely cut, the blooming flowers of every possible colors. The flowers seen on the movies are always in bloom, and even the garden hose nicely curled and stored on a rack. You know, we tend to look at this type of garden on our television set just to admire it, but we never gave it a second thought, as in our minds, these things are fictitious. Let me tell you, there's nothing fictitious about that. Your grass can be neatly cut and it always look green. You can have blooming flowers of every possible colors, just in your garden. And even that garden hose with a rack of your choice, you can store that garden hose neatly curled. For me, I didn't have a problem with my grass, as when I cut it, it bounced back and come back green. For the blooming flowers, I've had some which bloomed at different times throughout the year. In fact, sometimes it come in like my garden never stopped blooming. And my issue wasn't storing my garden hose, as I'm not one that fancy having this garden hose hanging or curled or wrapped. My issue was the look of my garden pipe. My garden pipe was just installed like any ordinary pipe. Low. Sometimes they use a steel to just hold it up. And because I wanted my garden to have a little hardscape decor, I felt that how it was installed or how it looked, it never looked appealing as it is. I saw a covering for a pipe online and I loved it. This is how it looked. Look at it. You see the picture? The picture even had the cross section of how the pipe was fitted in. In fact, this was used to extend the garden pipe to another section of the garden that I saw it on. Some of what I saw, some of those things that they put over the garden pipe, they put hooks on it. And where the house owner could really hang things like watering cans or even the garden hose itself, I was still not interested in hanging anything on mine. All I wanted to do was to just cover that pipe, make it look more appealing. The do-it-yourself instructions on the internet suggested that I use a 4x4 vinyl post. It's when I checked the price of those posts online, it was way too expensive. I wanted something looking like a post that was in fact a 4x4. When I say 4x4, what I really mean is 4 inches by 4 inches. I asked around. As a matter of fact, I don't even think I asked around. I think I asked my brother-in-law if there's anything in the electrical side of it that I can get as a 4x4 square. And he suggested that I use the biggest trunking. I asked him if he had a piece, but I couldn't find any. Well, so now the aim was to get a piece of that 4x4 trunking. I asked other people, and after a while, I was able to get a little piece just over 2 feet high. It was perfect. So now, I wanted to prepare it how I wanted it. So I took a piece of sandpaper I can't remember what number sandpaper it was, and I sanded the trunk in on the outside just to make the surface area rough, as I wanted to spray it with a stone-like spray that I had. After spraying it, I allowed it to dry for about 24 hours. You know, I like when my things dry for 24 hours. I don't know why. I just feel that once it reaches 24 hours, that's it. It's ready. So after that 24 hours, I dug the area around the pipe. I dug it deep enough just to accommodate the trunking. The area where the faucet would protrude, I drilled that. The faucet itself was removed from the pipe and I just push it through the hole. After which, I just reattach the faucet. Yeah, it looked good. But without the top that I saw in the picture, it never finished. It never complete. The top in the picture that you saw, I'll show you again. Look at it. That top is a 4x4 cap. I was not interested in the cap. You know what I wanted on mine? I wanted lights. And the solar one at that. So, I had prepared. As soon as I got the piece of the trunk in, I went online and I looked for a 4x4 solar cap light. It came in, so I had the light actually before I started the project. I had it ready to install as soon as the project was completed. It was a white one. I didn't want to change the color of that light, So I opted to let the color remain as is. I didn't spray it. It was an easy fix. The light on the trunking, no worries. The only issue would be on the weekends, I would have to remove the light for it to be charged to a maximum capacity. The location of the solar light now will get charged. However, it receives about 4 hours of sunlight daily. And if I want to keep it up throughout the night, then at least 6 to 8 hours will be required. So you see my reason for removing the light on the weekends. With a completed task, I realized 2 benefits. 1, it makes the garden area look pleasing. And 2, you can't tell by looking from the outside that I have a garden pipe right there. You know how great it feels not having to worry that these unauthorized persons can just come in and find my garden pipe? Also, if and when the garden pipe is located by these unauthorized persons, it cannot be turned on by hand as the faucet is keyed turn on. In terms of difficulty, I would give this project a 8 out of 10. With the difficulty level being just to be able to get that trunk in. I was told that this trunking was sold. However, it's sold in 10 feet length. And being the biggest size available, you can just imagine the cost. I did call around, to find out the cost. Boy, that's why I made it start be more aggressive to begging a piece. Please, one thing I can tell you, if you're planning to embark on a DIY task, see how much materials that you need that you can get for free. Getting materials for free make it cheaper to do the task. For me, that is it. Once it free, it's my motivator to complete any do-it-yourself task that I may want to try. Also, please not collect the people them free material and have it sitting down. Make the time. Start and complete the task in a day or so. If you delay doing these projects, then it may never get done. And you see, once you get it done, it will be a pleasure to see how beautiful it looks. So start a project today and complete it. You'll be very proud of it.
You have come to the end of another series. Join us next time for more ways to conserve.